Sir, while executing TSC is you have written. Sir, what is TSC, sir?
TypeScript compiler.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Here, if you use so many callbacks, then what will happen? I want to explain with an example. Okay. If you have a huge number of callbacks, what do we call it as, and how do you avoid that one? Okay. So here, these are the different file status while getting the data from file. I mean, how do you get the data from a file? By using fs.read file, and within the brackets, if you pass file name, then you will be able to get the data from the file. Okay, so before getting the data from the file, I want to check whether that file name exists or not. Okay, after that, I want to check whether it is a file or directory, and I want to check whether that file is open or not. After opening a file, I have to get the data from the file, and file closed. Okay, so how do you write this step by step? So here I have some data. I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to create my file.doc. Here I'm displaying this data, and for our convenience, I'm going to put the comment on this. So first of all, I am importing fs module. Okay, so after that, first of all, give file name, and within that file name, my file.doc. Okay, and fs.access, okay, and file name, comma, error. Okay, so error means if there is no file with this name, then it will display error. So at that time, I am going to display error.message. Otherwise, I'm going to display file exist message. Okay, next. After that, what type of message I want to display? File true. Okay, fs.stat. So give the input, file name, and so here error callback, error first callback function, err data. So if any error comes, then you have to give that error message. Else, what type of message I want to give? True. So console.log file as data dot file is file. So this will return true. Okay. Next, after checking that, third step is file is open. So how do I know whether the file is open or not? Okay. So fs.open So input is file name, comma, err, your file open, callback, and FD number. So file description number. So give num, and if error callback, if any error comes, then it will go to the display the error message, and else I want to display console.log file opened. Fourth one, fetching the data from file. So for this, fs dot read file, and file name err, comma, data. Here, if any error comes, go to this error block. Otherwise, console.log data dot toString method, and after that I need to close this file. Okay, so fs dot close of, so this here, observe this, while opening the file we have file descriptor, okay, as a second argument. While closing the file, we have that we need to give that file descriptor number as a first argument. So here file descriptor will be stored in num. So I am going to give that num, and here callback function, error callback is there. So err, and if any error comes, go to this block. Otherwise, console.log file closed. Okay, we will check vm start. See, file exist, that means one by one. So first of all, it will go to this block. So fs.access, there is no error comes, then it will go to here and it will display file exist. After that, fs.stat, this method will be executed. No error, it will go to this, execute this one. So file true. Next, fs.open. So there is no error, it will going to display file open message. After that, it is going to read the data from the file and display here. And next, it will go to closing that file. Okay, see, this is the actual process to get the data from the file. So first of all, we need to access that file. I mean, whether that file name exists or not. If it is exist, it is going to check whether that file type is file document or directory. Okay, after that, open the file and read the file and close the file. Okay, see this, how many number of callback functions we have used here. So for each and every method, we have used one callback function. Okay, but in real time, it is not a good practice. Okay, so this is called, that means whenever the callbacks are nested within several levels. So this is one level of callback. This is another level of callback. So whenever callbacks are nested within several levels. We call it as callback hell. And this type of callback hell makes the code confusing and difficult to understand. So you have the clarity and you have written all this code, and in future somebody has observed this code, then they will definitely confused and maybe they difficult to understand also. Okay, so this is called callback. So callback hell. So observe this. This refers to pyramid of doom, just like pyramid shape. Okay. So how do you avoid this callback hell? That means there are so many ways. So one of the way is divide this entire code into smaller modules and again join them. Okay, so that is one of the solution. So this is about callback hell.